Hey folks, welcome to Moonshift Audio. This week I'm going to show you how to make a really nice melodic pluck sound in Vital. Here's what it sounds like. If you'd like to hear how I can help you take your tracks to the next level, get in touch at moonshiftaudio.com or drop me a comment down below. I put out a new video every week, so please do like and subscribe. But for now, let's jump into Vital. Okay, so here we go. We've got an initial instance of Vital. And we'll start off looking at the oscillators. And I was using one of the Serum oscillators for this one, the BS2 Acid. And if we scroll this right the way to the top, it's kind of quite soft, almost like a triangle sine wave kind of deal, but just a little bit of a buzz on the top. If you want to know how to use the Serum wavetables in Vital, you don't need to own Serum to do this. I've got a video that shows you how to do that. So we got this. I'm going to put the unison up to 2 voices. That's a bit wild, so we'll just pull down the detune. Yeah, just to kind of thicken it up slightly. And we're going to add another oscillator, and this one's pretty straightforward. Just like a basic triangle wave. There we go. Lovely. And we'll leave that one on 1 voice. And that is basically our oscillators. So we'll get a bit of a shape going on with this. With the envelope 1, we'll pull the attack down to 0. The sustain also down to 0. And we'll have a decay. Quite snappy. This is quite a plucky kind of sound. And we will keep a little bit of release. That'll do nicely, I reckon. So we're starting to get there with the basic shape. We are definitely going to want a filter, so we'll turn that on. We'll make sure it's working on both oscillators. 12 dB an octave is great. Nice. We'll have a bit of drive on this, I think. Just helps to kind of give that a little bit more bite. And we'll turn the key tracking up. Just so that's kind of frequency dependent, which will be great. And we're going to actually pull the cutoff quite low, I think. Because we're now going to modulate this with another envelope. So if I drag envelope 2, I'll turn off the resonance, by the way. Now that's probably a bit too much. We only want to modulate that by about 20, I'd say. And let's just get the right shape for this. So we don't want any attack, we want that to ramp up nice and quick. But quite a snappy decay. And quite a low sustain. And yeah, just a tiny bit of release. It's probably worth leaving in. Lovely. So that is our basic sound. And we're just going to swing into the effects section just to bring this to life a bit. So here is, we'll have a distortion unit. Soft clip is fine. Pull that back a little bit because we only need loads and loads of drive. We're not trying to smash this. Definitely have a bit of chorus. I like pulling down the delay 1 to 0. We can perhaps have quite a lot depth there. I'm going to play around with the delay, and what I quite like doing with sounds like this is to put this into stereo mode and have a different speed on the left and the right. So let's just try it, an 1/8 on the left and a 1/16 on the right. Don't need quite as much as that. And we'll pull the mix back as well. Pull out some of the lows. And I'm just going to play this sequence of notes, which I programmed. This is a nice kind of like plucky, sort of arpeggiated sort of line. And it's quite broad. We go down into like the first octave of the keyboard, and we're also up in the high end. Nice. So, I'm going to throw an EQ on this, And I'm just going to put some low end in. Bring out those low end plucks. And add some sparkle. You can really hear that's bringing out the delay nicely. At this point it might be worth throwing in a compressor. Go on single band. Don't need to do loads, just try to take off those peaks. Might need to lower the master just a tiny bit. And we're really getting there now. I think all we might still want to do is put on some reverb. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. There you go. That is a really nice plucky key patch for Vital. That's it for this week. Please do like and subscribe for more tips, tricks, resources and downloads from me at Moonshift Audio. Till next time.